Hello, welcome to Lufthansa Group Coffee Talk video. My name is Farooq Sheikh. I'm an account manager and representing Lufthansa Group Saudi Arabia.
Hello, my name is Ali Raza Rashad and I'm the account manager for Lufthansa Group in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Today we are going to talk about the basic element of creating a PNR. As a start, Ali, would you please let us know about what is a PNR actually?
Well, basically a PNR means a passenger name record. The passenger name record is a collection of information of the passenger's trip.
Okay. Ali, what are the elements required to create a PNR?
There are 5 essential elements to create a perfect PNR, which are the passenger name element, the passenger contact element, the itinerary element, the ticketing time limit element, and the received from element.
Ali, what is important for passenger name element?
While inserting the passenger name element, you have to remember the passenger family name, the passenger first name, the passenger type, and the date of birth. Basically, when inserting the passenger name element, you have to first insert the family name of the passenger, which is then followed by the first name. You also have to remember that you have to insert the passenger type. Passenger type has 3 different categories. It is the adult passenger, the child passenger, or the infant passenger. In case of a child passenger and the infant passenger, you have to insert the date of birth of the passenger.
So basically the date of birth is very important when you're inserting the child and the infant name.
Yes.
How about the contact element, Ali?
Well, the contact element contains 2 main important points: the passenger telephone number and the passenger email address. The telephone number has to always be the passenger mobile number, which has to be preceded by the country code. And the email address also has to be inserted in the booking reference or the PNR. It is always recommended to insert the email address which is used actively by the passenger, so that in case of any irregularity, the airline sends the notification to the passenger informing through an SMS or an email.
So basically this is very important during the time of pandemic here, so that the contact element always helps the passengers to inform if there is any kind of irregularity.
Exactly.
Now we have covered the 2 elements. What about the third element, Ali?
The third element is the itinerary element. The itinerary element contains the proposed route of the flight. It contains the departure airport, the arrival airport, the departure and arrival times, the date of the flight, and the flight number. The itinerary element can also contain hotel reservations and rent-a-car reservations.
It's good to know that hotels and car bookings are also included in the itinerary.
Yes, that can be included if it is required by the passenger.
Very good. That's a good thing to know. How about ticketing element, Ali?
Well, the ticketing element is a very important element. It is the maximum number of days the booking will remain active, which is called the ticketing time limit. If the agent does not issue the ticket within the ticketing time limit, the booking gets cancelled.
So basically it's a kind of reminder for the agency to remember about the booking deadline, you meant to say?
Yes.
Okay. Now Ali, we have already covered the 4th element. What about the last 5th element, which is the received element? Can you just brief us on that one?
Well, the received element is the element which mentions the person who is requesting the booking for. So this is in case, for an example, if a passenger is requesting for a booking through an agency, the agent has to put in the received element that this booking request has come from the passenger.
Basically, it's a kind of receiving an acknowledgement from where you have got booking.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ali, we have covered all these elements. So, is there anything additionally we need to remember, like when the agent has to do the booking? Can you just add some additional things to be added in the PNR?
Well, basically these are the 5 mandatory elements which are required to create a perfect PNR, but it is always recommended to add the passenger frequent flyer number and the corporate ID number. The frequent flyer number can be taken from the passenger, and if he is enrolled in that particular airline frequent flyer program, and the corporate ID number can be taken from the account manager of that respective airline, and if they have a corporate tracking number, so that it can track the revenue of that particular corporate.
So basically these 2 frequent flyer and the corporate ID can also be inserted after the PNR creation, or it has to be done before the PNR creation?
That can be done after the PNR creation.
So, but these are the important also related to the passenger's information when it's a frequent flyer, or if it is related to corporate tracking code. So make sure that these are always an important additional element which always need to be added in the PNR.
Yes, definitely.
Good to know that.
Yes.
It's really good.
And last but not least, after inserting all these elements, it is always you have to do an end transaction entry so that you can save the booking reference and create a PNR.
So that's how you will get your PNR number after end transaction.
Yes, this is how the PNR is generated.
It's really good. You've given us a complete information about how to create a PNR, so we have a complete knowledge of now how the basic PNR has been created. Thank you very much, Ali. It was really, really nice talking to you.
You're most welcome.